I don't know if y'all listened to the show this morning or what. It was pretty interesting. We did. There's a lot going on this morning. First of all, before we start the show, we had Dr. MJ Cardi on. I'm gonna tell y'all something. And we've been talking about this 2 months on the Rickey Smiley morning show. These are fine, but these ain't worth nothing without these. You understand? The coronavirus can get into your eyes, into your tear, down in your tear sacks, whatever you call them, tear ducats, whatever. When y'all wear these masks, you can order these off of Amazon, or you could go to, Home Depot or whatever. Make sure you protect your eyes. Put these on, man. They kind of wrap around the face, kind of like the old Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or whatever. We've been talking about this and announcing this on our morning show, Dr. MJ Collier. For 2 months, we've been saying that you have to cover your eyes, and they just now came out with this on the news like yesterday, almost like it was breaking news or whatever, So make sure y'all listen to the morning show, because we definitely keep you on the up and up. But you can go and order these off of Amazon. They're really, really inexpensive. They don't cost nothing for real. And just get you a pair of these, and when you go into the grocery store, wherever you're going, you make sure that your mouth and your eyes are covered, and make sure you put your bottom one on. Take your bottom strap, put it on first, and then take this and pull it over, and with that right there, you're protected. Just want to keep you safe, all right? So I just want to throw that in there. No need to do a whole video about that. What I'm talking about today is I'm talking about police brutality. I feel like we on slave patrol. You know what I'm saying? You can't jog. You can't barbecue. You can't now. You can't be in your house, sleep in the middle of the night. 26-year-old, what's her name? Breonna Taylor. Breonna Taylor was asleep at home. She's an essential worker. She worked at the hospital, getting ready to be a nurse. And the police came, no police uniform, didn't identify themselves, and came in and shot over 30 rounds into their house. And the boyfriend, who is a licensed gun owner, shot back, grazed one of the police legs or whatever, and shot back, and he is in jail right now for attempted murder of a police officer. And these police officers walked scot-free for killing her. She was hit over 8 times, if I'm not mistaken. And it's bad. And when you got a president that's empowering white supremacists or whatever, you ever notice when Donald Trump talk, he be doing that right there? I mean, white power. He always talk, he always doing that right there when he talk, every time he talk or whatever. That's their little symbol. That's a symbol for white power. He is absolutely racist to the core. And when you got a president like that don't condemn white supremacy and condemn that kind of bad behavior or whatever, it empower people. And now people think it's okay. A video yesterday where a white man was saying something to this black man, telling him he can't jog, in the neighborhood. I wanted to go for a jog yesterday and was just scared to go and leave my house. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, the fact that you got to arm. I have to arm my kids and get all of them gun license and make sure that they armed, go to the shooting range. But damn, you get pulled over with the gun. That's a whole different thing when you're dealing with the police. I hate it, man. I'm real disappointed at white people that know this wrong and sit there and don't say anything. I'm disappointed with a lot of the Democratic Party. I'm disappointed with the, when people out here marching and protesting out here on the front line, I don't see a lot of big organizations out here on the front line. If white and black people surrounded that courthouse in Louisville, Kentucky, white and black people would have went with their guns and stood in front of the house of those 2 men that murdered Mr. Ahmad or whatever. And when you see people, it's almost like if somebody's outside laying on the ground when you come out of the grocery store getting raped and you do nothing, you just as guilty as the person that's doing the raping. You don't have nothing to say about it. You don't care because it don't affect you. It's not affecting your sweet little precious life where I mean, we all went to school. We all college educated or whatever, Of course, 9 times out of 10, they might not pull me over. I might know how to articulate and how to deal with the police or whatever, but, some people that can't. And we have to fight for them and march for them and protest for them. But in that same respect, everybody need to go out and vote in these local elections, not just presidential elections, local elections, city council, especially district attorney. Finally in, if I'm not mistaken, Missouri, I think that's Jefferson County, and up in Boston and Maryland and different places, they have African-American district attorneys that will prosecute and convict these police officers. And we need to put some pressure on the district attorney in Louisville, Kentucky, for him to, number one, let that black man out of jail who was just in the house trying to defend himself, right? And then prosecute those police officers that brutally killed that black woman. Now they're killing black women. Now you got Sandra Bland, and now you have this woman, Miss Taylor, and there's been a lot of other black women being killed, and the ones that ain't being killed, you can see videos. They on Facebook. Black women being snatched around and body slammed to the ground and dumped and all of this kind of stuff, and the way black women being handled is like, man, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? Praying and kneeling ain't helping nothing. We waiting on somebody to come on a horse and blow a trumpet, waiting for Jesus to come and for him to condemn all these evil people to hell. One thing I learned from The Color Purple, Sophia said, you better bash Muster in the head now and think about heaven later. You know what I'm saying? While we sitting up here worried about prosperity and prosperity preaching and all this kind of stuff, and people out here in the police office, if all these black folks that went to a white church, if your white pastor is not addressing issues like this and racial issues, and I'm not talking about we need to love everybody. We need to come together as a people and love everybody. If he's not looking racist dead in the eye, saying, hey, we're going to be on the steps in Louisville, Kentucky, and we're going to demand that these murderers be prosecuted and locked up and had their badge taken and put in jail, and free that black man that was only trying to defend his family. Police did not identify themselves. None of that stuff. They kicked these folks' door down. He thought somebody was breaking down. And they had a fucking 911 call. Had a 911 call. Because they thought somebody was breaking into their house. Now, why is he in jail? You understand? Why is she dead and nobody's in jail for her death? But you put him in jail for shooting back. It's like this. It's our bare existence, and we not getting on no plane going back to Africa. Y'all the one brought us over here. We ain't going no goddamn where. But I tell you what, I'm not going to get in no circle and pray for nothing. You kill mine, I'm gonna be dead. I'm not praying for shit, and I mean that. So you go to church and with your Bibles and keep on with this prosperity stuff and it's gonna be big, yay! Praise dances and all this stuff, and all that's fine because I go to a wonderful church. But I know I'm not gonna go and beg nobody for justice. I'm not gonna go and do no interviews and beg for justice for a system that was not set up for us. You understand? It's the formula is not set up for us. You understand? So I'm just gonna do it. That's just me personally. I'm not trying to advocate violence or anything like that, but I just hope that we reflect and we do something different, because if nothing changes, nothing changes. If nothing change, nothing changes. So remember that. And so make sure y'all join NAAGA or whatever and become a gun owner, a law-abiding gun owner. and make sure you get tactical training so you'll know what to do when you're confronted by the police or pulled over, or if somebody break into your home. I want to recommend that everybody set up a camera in their house and make sure that your camera's running to something, or if anybody break in, it goes live. I don't know, but if you in a house sleep, you just gonna need some kind of evidence. You can order something like that off Amazon, these little cameras that you can just set up in your living room and get your Ring camera for your front porch. Police come busting up in there or something, anything happen, you got it on video. You need to set some kind of video or some kind of live feed up in your car. And it's a damn shame that we have to do all of this stuff, but you're going to have some kind of evidence because the system is just not set up. You got to have evidence to prove them to go to jail for things that they should go to jail for, just to make the playing level halfway fair and for you not to go to jail. Just to keep you out of jail. If something happened, that's like an insurance policy or whatever. You need to be videotaping at all time and be safe out there. But y'all pray for these families, all of these people that's being brutalized by police officers. It seems like they hate us. And there's a lot of and my thing is, where's all of the white police officers that don't go for this shit? Where are the black police officers that's not down for this? I ain't never seen no other police officer step in and pull a cop off something. Unless I'm wrong, unless I didn't see it. You understand? Do y'all all stick together or something? Like what am I missing? Why are the police officers up in New York attacking black people for not practicing social distance and going to Manhattan up in the park and passing out masks to white people that's not? So it's just blatant. It's blatant. So thanks people like Sean King for all that he do and all the videos that he made. People like Jeff Johnson was speaking out, and Killer Mike and other people that's out here on the front line, Ben Crump, Reverend Al, just all the people that's out here on the front line and using their platforms to bring attention to inequality. But we got to do something. We got to make something happen. So God bless you. Stay safe. Do not leave your house and go anywhere in public if you don't have goggles. Make sure that your eyes are covered. Coronavirus come through. Get in your eyes and get down into your tear ducts, because it don't do no good to have a mask and you don't have this. It's like 50, and it's easier for you to get it in your eyes than get it in your mouth and your nose. So you make sure that you put your goggles on when you go places. Be safe. Know your rights. Set up a camera in your home, or get you a security system, or they got the little cameras that you plug up and it comes to your phone or whatever. You make sure that you protect it, and just make sure that you prepare, because it's almost like an insurance policy. You're gonna need it, because at some point you might be confronted with systematic racism or somebody out of your own damn community trying to do harm to you and your family. You need to be able to protect yourself. It's getting really, really dangerous. So I would recommend everybody take a tactical training course and be a law-abiding gun owner. There it is. I hope y'all having a blessed day. Pray for all of the families who's suffering with the pandemic. Pray for all of our essential workers, and also pray for all of the victims that's been victimized, whether they living or dead. Pray for all of their families that's been victimized by police brutality. Y'all have a blessed day. This your boy Rickey Smiley. Listen to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show every morning. Peace.